Hey there, I'm Joe Carter. If you've ever popped the hood and thought, where do I even start? You're in good company. Around here, we take the mystery out of car repair, one fix at a time. Whether you're a beginner or just looking to sharpen your skills, there's something here for you. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe if you're into learning without the headaches. All right, that's enough from me. Let's get into it.
Classification of tires in general. All shoes for cars are classified by three parameters: by the pattern of the treadmill, by the type of road surface for which the tires are intended, by the operating season. In turn, the treadmill pattern is divided into the following types: symmetrical. The tread pattern on the inside of the tire is identical to the pattern on the outside, the direction of rotation of the wheels for this type of tire does not play a role. Asymmetrical. On such tires, the tread pattern on the right and left side of the tire differs from each other. According to the type of roadbed, tires for cars are divided as follows: road, highway. Such rubber is designed for hard surfaces, asphalt, concrete, and has the marking NT. Universal have a fairly large tread pattern. This allows them to be used both on the highway and on dirt roads. They are marked AT. Mud ones are designed for operation in off-road conditions. Therefore, in such a rubber, the distance between the tread studs is increased. In addition, it is equipped with ground hooks. Mud tires have the marking MT. Mud terrain. According to the operating season, tires are of the following types: winter, summer, and all-season. Here it is worth noting that the so-called all-season tires are not the best option for use in both winter and summer. In the course of testing this type of tires, it was found that the manufacturers have not managed to combine the winter and summer version. The tread works equally badly in both winter and summer. Therefore, trying to save on the seasonal replacement of tires and installing all-season, the driver runs a high risk of getting into an emergency situation. Mud tires are allocated to a separate type. This is due primarily to the very structure of the tread, which allows you to use the car in conditions of limited passability. But off-road also happens different: mud, swamps, sand, gravel. If one type of mud rubber shows itself well while overcoming mud baths, it does not mean that on sand it will behave the same way. How not to make a mistake with the choice of mud tires. Before purchasing mud tires for off-road vehicles, it is necessary to take into account what kind of soils will have to move around, and already relative to this to prioritize the choice. If the main type of terrain is covered with swamps or sands, hard tires are not suitable. The tire should be soft so that the contact patch between the tire and the ground is large. In this case, the wheels will not get stuck. Such shoes for off-road vehicles will help the car feel good on shaky pavement, providing maximum traction with the pavement. If the terrain is covered with hard ground, gravel or stones, tires for off-roaders should be rigid. In this case, they will serve as a buffer between the wheel rims and the bad road, preventing possible damage. Another criterion for the right choice of mud tires for off-roaders is its tread. We can even say that its role is primary. Tread with a herringbone pattern retains its leadership for a long time. It is such a pattern is considered optimal, as it provides maximum stability of the machine and reliability in driving. In addition, the herringbone pattern is easily self-cleaning. In confirmation of this, we can recall the tread pattern of wheeled tractors, Belarus, or Kirovettes, which are popular in our agricultural fields. They, thanks to their wheels, are able to pass where at first glance it is basically impossible. Tire diameter. When choosing mud tires for off-road vehicles, professionals among off-road conquerors are disdainful of tires with a diameter of less than 32 inches. But even such, childish by their standards, tires are not suitable for all off-road vehicles. For example, on Suzuki Samurai and Escudo, which many consider off-road conquerors, even 30th wheels enter only after elevator increase in clearance. Installation of arch expanders is also desirable. 31st is the maximum that can be accommodated in their arches. So, having a standard SUV, it is not always possible to install the desired tractor tires on it. In addition, it should be known that the accepted inch designations of the external diameter and width of the tire do not always correspond to the truth. And the real dimensions can differ from the stated up to 1 inch, usually downward, but it happens and vice versa. Therefore, before buying tires, you should ask the seller about the real size of the selected tires. Manufacturers of mud rubber Bridgestone produces mud tires that are quite popular with off-road vehicle owners. At a relatively low price, the tires show quite good grip indicators. And yet these tires are rather designed for off-road enthusiasts who do not participate in extreme races. Professionals will not choose such a tire. Cooper Discoverer. According to many fans of off-road drive, such tires are quite consistent with their purpose. The tread has depressions that prevent the sticking of dirt, and has good indicators of adhesion to the ground. The cost of such tires is slightly higher than the previous ones. BF Goodrich Mud Terrain up to a certain time was considered the leader among mud tires. But competitors gradually pushed Goodrich from the first positions. However, the tires did not become worse from this. In addition, many people choose this particular rubber, since at a relatively low cost is guaranteed good quality. Kumo Road Venture. For off-road, according to professionals, the rubber is a bit weak, but the price is not particularly high. For spectacular appearance and driving on country roads it is quite suitable. How behaves mud rubber on asphalt that the mud rubber manufacturers categorically do not recommend to use on city streets covered with asphalt? There are a number of good reasons. On wet asphalt significantly increases the braking distance of the car, as the rubber has a high profile. Then when entering a corner is its flapping, which makes it difficult to control the car. Movement is accompanied by noise at speeds of 80 km/h. In conclusion, selecting the right mud tire is crucial for maximizing your off-road experience. By considering factors such as tread design, tire size, and durability, you can ensure that your vehicle is well equipped to handle challenging terrains. Remember to assess your specific needs and driving conditions before making a decision. With the right knowledge and careful consideration, you can avoid common pitfalls and choose a mud tire that enhances your adventures on uncharted roads. Happy off-roading!